Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Tonight, we are not watching movies about changing your life. We are watching films about understanding it. New Year's Eve has a habit of pressuring us. It tells us we need a list, goals, targets, a shinier version of ourselves waiting just past midnight. But here is the truth that does not fit on a vision board. Sometimes the most honest resolution is admitting you have no idea what you want. Not knowing is not failure. It is the beginning of every real answer you will ever find. Standing at the edge of a new year without a plan does not mean you are lost. Sometimes it means you are finally ready to stop pretending you had it figured out. This video is for those uncertain nights. The ones where everyone around you seems to have direction, but you are still staring at a blank page. These are 9 films that understand that. Films that do not hand you a 5-year plan. Films that sit with you in the mess. No motivational montages that fix everything. No neat endings tied with a bow. Just characters learning what you might be learning right now. That clarity does not arrive on schedule. Let us begin. Film number 1, Groundhog Day, 1993. We start in 1993. Harold Ramis made a comedy that accidentally became one of the most profound films about self-improvement ever created. Bill Murray plays Phil Connors, a cynical weatherman stuck repeating the same day over and over. February 2nd, Groundhog Day, Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. The same faces, the same conversations, the same tomorrow that never comes. At first he exploits it. Then he despairs. Then slowly he begins to change. Not because he finds an exit, but because he realizes the trap was never the day. It was him. Groundhog Day does not tell you what your resolution should be. It shows you something more important. That lasting change does not come from knowing exactly what you want. It comes from becoming someone worth wanting things for. Phil learns piano. He learns ice sculpture. He saves lives, feeds the homeless, memorizes poetry. Not for escape, for its own sake. The film whispers a truth most self-help books ignore. You cannot plan your way to a better life. You have to live your way there. Watch this when you need to stop waiting for the perfect resolution and start with who you are today. Film number 2, The Truman Show, 1998. Peter Weir made a film that looks like satire but feels like a mirror. Jim Carrey plays Truman Burbank, a man who has lived his entire life inside a television show without knowing it. His town is a set. His friends are actors. His choices have been scripted since birth. And he has no idea. Until he does. The Truman Show is not about escaping a fake world. It is about recognizing when the life you are living was designed by someone else. Truman has everything. A wife, a job, safety, routine. But something gnaws at him, a feeling that none of it is his, that every path he walks was paved before he arrived. The film asks a question most resolution lists avoid. Are your goals actually yours, or are they scripts handed to you by parents, culture, algorithms, expectation? Truman's final choice is terrifying. He walks toward a door he cannot see through. No plan, no guarantee. Just the belief that an uncertain real life is worth more than a comfortable fake one. Watch this when you need courage to stop living someone else's resolution. Film number 3, Wild 2014. Mark Vallée made a film about a woman who walked 1,100 miles because she had no idea what else to do. Reese Witherspoon plays Cheryl Strayed, grief-stricken, divorced, recovering from addiction. Her life has collapsed. She has no plan, no training, and a backpack so heavy she can barely lift it. So she walks. Wild is not about finding answers on the trail. It is about walking into the question, stop screaming. Cheryl does not emerge from the wilderness with a life plan. She emerges lighter, not because she figured anything out, but because she finally stopped running from everything she could not fix. The film understands something most resolution advice ignores. Sometimes you do not need to know where you are going. You just need to move. Watch this when you are tired of thinking and ready to take a step. Film number 4, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, 2013. Ben Stiller directed a film about a man who spent his whole life daydreaming instead of living. Walter Mitty works at Life magazine. He processes photographs of adventures he has never taken. He zones out constantly, imagining heroic versions of himself while his real life stays small and safe. Then the magazine shuts down. A photo goes missing. And Walter, for the first time, steps out of fantasy and into the world. He does not become someone else. He simply stops postponing who he already is. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty is a film for everyone who has ever spent more time planning life than living it. Every vision board collector, every resolution writer who never started. Its message is quiet but devastating. Stop rehearsing. The show is already happening. Watch this when you are ready to close the journal and open the door. Film number 5, Yes Man. 2008, Peyton Reed made a comedy that works better as philosophy than anyone expected. Jim Carrey plays Carl, a divorced loan officer who has retreated from life. He says no to everything: invitations, opportunities, connection. He has built a fortress of refusal around himself. Then he attends a self-help seminar with one rule: say yes to everything. What follows is absurd. He learns Korean, takes flying lessons, joins a running group at dawn, says yes to things that make no logical sense. And here is what the film understands. Most of us are not paralyzed by bad choices. We are paralyzed by making no choice at all. Yes Man is not telling you what resolution to make. It is telling you that any resolution requires the same first step, agreeing to participate in your own life. Watch this when you need to stop overthinking and start accepting. Film number 6, Up in the Air, 2009. Jason Reitman made a film about a man who made emptiness look elegant. George Clooney plays Ryan Bingham, a corporate downsizer who lives on planes. He has no permanent address, no deep relationships. He collects frequent flyer miles like others collect meaning. He gives motivational speeches. His metaphor, life is a backpack. Empty it, relationships are weight, commitments are burden. Travel light. Then he meets someone, and his philosophy begins to crack. Up in the Air does not romanticize connection. It does something harder. It shows what happens when you build a life around avoiding it. Ryan achieves his goal, 10 million miles, and it means nothing. The film does not tell you what to want. It warns you about wanting nothing at all. Watch this when you need to question whether your freedom is actually just fear. Film number 7, The Way, 2010. Emilio Estevez directed his father in a film about walking 500 miles across Spain to bury a son. Martin Sheen plays Tom, an American ophthalmologist whose adult son dies on the first day of the Camino de Santiago pilgrimage. Tom flies to France, collects the ashes, and decides to finish the walk his son never completed. He does not want enlightenment. He does not want healing. He just wants to walk. But the Camino does what it always does. It strips you down. Fellow pilgrims force conversation. Blisters force patience. Miles force you to face whatever you have been outrunning. The Way understands that sometimes resolutions find you. You do not choose the journey chooses you. Tom does not finish the walk as a different person. He finishes as himself, finally willing to grieve, to connect, to let his son go. Watch this when you need to stop planning and just start walking. Film number 8, Julie and Julia, 2009. Nora Ephron made a film about two women separated by decades, connected by eggs and better. Amy Adams plays Julie, stuck at a job she hates, living in an apartment above a pizza shop, watching her friends succeed while she stagnates. So she picks a project. Cook all 524 recipes in Julia Child's cookbook. 1 year, 1 blog. It is arbitrary, it is obsessive, it is exactly what she needed. Julie and Julia does not pretend resolutions need to be profound. Sometimes they just need to be specific. A finish line, a deadline, a reason to get up tomorrow. Julie does not find her life's purpose in French cooking. She finds something smaller but essential, proof that she can finish something. Watch this when you need to stop looking for the perfect resolution and just pick one. Film number 9, Stranger Than Fiction, 2006. Mark Forster made a film about a man who discovers he is a character in someone else's story and that the author is about to kill him. Will Ferrell plays Harold Crick, an IRS agent who lives by routine. He counts brushstrokes, he times his walks, he exists without really living. Then he hears a voice, a narrator, describing his life as it happens and predicting his death. What follows is not a panic, it is an awakening. Harold starts living. He learns guitar. He pursues a woman he oughted. He eats cookies he would have refused before. He fills his remaining time with everything he had been postponing. Stranger Than Fiction asks a question most resolution lists avoid. If you knew this was your last year, would any of your current goals still matter? The film does not fear death. It fears unlived life. And it suggests that the best resolution might be the simplest one. Stop waiting. Watch this when you need to remember that the story is already being written. So here you are. Everyone asking what your resolution is. And you, still unsure. But maybe that is not a problem. Maybe this is the year you stop forcing answers and let the questions breathe. Maybe this is the season where not knowing becomes its own kind of wisdom. Maybe, just maybe, standing at the edge without a map is exactly where new directions begin. These 9 films will not decide for you. They will not hand you a goal wrapped in certainty. But they will remind you that everyone who ever changed their life once stood exactly where you are standing now. Uncertain, unfinished, unwritten. And that is not the end of the story. That is how every good one starts. If this video found you at the right moment, let me know. Drop a comment, tell me which film you are starting with tonight, or tell me about the resolution you are still figuring out. I read every single one. And if you want more videos like this, quiet recommendations for complicated feelings, subscribe, hit the bell, stick around, because there will be more uncertain nights, more blank pages, more seasons where you need a film that understands. I will be here when they come. Until next time, watch something that matters.